Hello, my name is Deacon Jay Dallas. I'm a permanent deacon at St. Teresa's Parish in Albany, Georgia. And this YouTube video has the purpose of trying to explain some of the details of the Grace Scholars Program, a program instituted by the state of Georgia that will benefit private schools in the state for taxpayers who wish to direct a portion or possibly all of their state taxes towards their parochial or private school of choice. The Grace Scholars Program has been in existence now for several years. This is late 2013. And I have a previous YouTube video that explains how to make that application as of last year. But there have been some changes this year, so it's important that we update that. One of the changes is that we can now apply early. So 2013 maximum donations have already been made. It's no longer possible to donate and get a tax credit for 2013. But the early bird program, a new caveat that's been added, is allowing people to apply now to be able to donate for the 2014 tax cycle. That's very important. The other thing that's been added is that the ability to donate has been extended to virtually every business, not just individuals, but every business entity that pays taxes in the state of Georgia. Because of those two things, we expect it to max out very early this year. And so it's important that you act as early as possible if you want to be included, because once the maximum limit allowed by the state legislature has been met, no more donors are allowed to participate. You can participate as an individual taxpayer or as a married couple filing together or as virtually any business entity in the state of Georgia. That includes if you're a C Corp, an S Corp, an LLC, a partnership, or any other designation, you're all included. The amount that you can donate is a little different. This is important. It's only going to be a benefit to you if you pay taxes to the state of Georgia. If you pay no taxes, this tax credit is not going to be given back to you. It's only going to be if you actually pay state taxes. If you're not sure, or if you're not sure of the amount that you can participate, I suggest you just look at your 2012 tax return and to see if you paid Georgia state taxes. And if you did and your situation is about the same, then you've got a pretty good idea of whether you can participate or not. An individual can contribute up to $1,000 or the maximum of their state tax bill, whichever is less. Married couple, it's $2,500. C Corps, big corporations, it's 75% of their state tax liability. And small businesses, S Corps, PCs, PAs, LLCs, it's $10,000. And that $10,000 is a pass-through credit which goes to the owner or the owners of the corporation. And if you don't use all of that $10,000 credit in 1 year, it can be passed forward to future years. Now, all of these questions obviously are things that you'll want to bring up to your accountant. There's also some special caveats if you're a person who pays alternative minimum tax. You need to look into that, but I'm not going to get into that too much in this video because it's just confusing. So talk to your accountant, that's always the bottom line, or whoever helps you prepare your tax returns. I would like to mention that I am talking about a tax credit, not a tax deduction. A tax credit is far better. A tax credit comes back to you dollar for dollar, which means if you make a $1,000 donation that is a tax credit, it's $1,000 off of the taxes you owe the state. Far better than a deduction. It essentially means you can make a donation to support your parochial school and it ends up costing you nothing. It costs you nothing because you pay less state taxes than you would have otherwise if you do it right. Now, how do you do it right? There's only 2 forms to fill out. It takes you a total of 5 minutes to do it. One form is one-sided, the other form has 2 sides. And at the end of this video, we're going to attach another teaching program that will show you specifically how to fill this form out. But basically, you have this form, which is your basic information form. It just says who you are, what school you want to donate to, what their ID number is. And by the way, St. Teresa's Catholic School in Albany, Georgia is 365. And then also how you want to pay. You can either send a check in with your early bird application, or you can say, I'll pay after I'm approved. And you have 60 days to make that payment, either by credit card on the website or by sending in a check 60 days after you get approval letter, okay? So you send that in, and then this is the other form. Just has a little bit more information, including what entity you're filing as, an individual, married couple, S Corp, or C Corp, etc. Your social security number, and the rest of the just very relevant data. It's easy to do. 5 minutes, as I said, and then there'll be a tutorial attached to this YouTube to show you even more. Also, I hope on this screen or attached at the end will be information on how you can find, ways of how you can find more information, all right? There's plenty. You can call 404-920-7900, normal Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 hours. Someone will be there to answer your questions. You can email them at gracescholars@gracescholars.org, or you can go on the website where there's many FAQs for virtually every question you can think of, and that's www.gracescholars.org. You can also download the forms you need from the website, or if you email or call, they will send you hard copies of those forms as well. Plenty of ways to get the information you need. The application process is extremely easy. It's a tremendous benefit. The money all goes to funding scholarships to children who otherwise could not afford to go to private schools or parochial schools. It has to be new students with a demonstrated need. At St. Teresa's, I'm proud to say we already have many students at the school receiving a quality education who otherwise would not be able to be there. And we hope to expand it this year. I hope you'll think about it. I hope that you will do it. And I hope that you'll feel good about it. It won't cost you anything, and you'll know in your heart you're doing a very generous and blessed thing that will aid a child in need. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless you.
Hello, my name is Chris Carden, and I'm a parishioner at St. Teresa's Catholic Church in Albany, Georgia. You've just heard Deacon Jay give some information about the Grace Scholars program for Georgia State taxpayers. I'm going to actually walk you through the two forms that are needed for the Grace Scholars application. So first, you simply go to the gracescholars.org website that you see here. Once you come to the home page, simply click Home and then click For Donors. And you'll be redirected to the donor page, and then you'll click on the Contribution Process One-Stop Shop. Click on this link. And here are the two forms that I talked about. Form 1, we'll go through that one first. Reduce it a little bit to give us a little more room. As Deacon Jay talked about, there are several different ways as a contributor based on how you file your taxes. If you file your own, you can simply look back at 2013 and see how you filed. Or if something has changed this year with the way you're going to file, you'll need to take that into consideration. Or you can certainly refer to your accountant. So the idea behind this is that you've already got that information, and now you're just simply going to go out and fill the form. And that's what we're going to walk through today, filling out these two forms. So I simply click on, I'm going to give the example of individual filing married or jointly. So this just pops up. Just click that, and then you also have, you can go through and fill these out online, or you can simply just print the forms out and handwrite them. If you've got bad handwriting, this is an easy way to do it. So I'm just going to fill out, in this case, the name and then the taxpayer ID. Filling out the last name. I'm individual filing married jointly. So in this case, I would put my wife's name down. And again, put her taxpayer taxpayer ID or Social Security number down. And then her last name. And next, you just simply fill out the address. On this particular form, they've already gone ahead and filled out the tax year end of contributor that you see here, and then the actual calendar year in which the contribution was made, which will be 2014. If you're a C Corp, this is where you would fill out some of that information. The next area where you'll fill out is the contribution amount. In this case, this is the amount the taxpayer intends to make. In this case, we're saying we're giving the maximum amount that a married can give, which is $2,500. We've either looked at our taxes from last year, consulted with our accountant, and figured out that we're going to be about roughly the same where we were last year. The maximum amount you can give as a couple filing jointly is $2,500. This line is for if you're a C Corp filling this out, and this is if you're an LLC, S Corp, or partner in partnership to fill out those amounts there. And those amounts differ. This is page 2 of Form 1, and again, you're just simply coming in and putting in your taxpayer ID or your Social Security number. Okay, and the Gray Scholars information is already filled out for us. We simply would put in the date now. Filling this out, put in your name. And then you could, if you have electronic signature, you can actually sign it here, or you could just come up and fill out the form and print it off. So you see that's pretty straightforward. Down here at the bottom, this is if you're a C Corp, you would fill that out. But since we're an individual filing jointly, that is not necessary. So this is all the process that it takes to fill out Form 1. So that's Form 1. Let me show you Form 2. Form 2, again, this pop-up comes up. You just simply put in your name, put in your email address, put in your phone number, put in your church, city. If you want to keep your gift anonymous, you can simply check this box. And if you remember from our line where our contribution amount, we put in $2,500, that's what we would list here. And you have two choices. You can either send in your check for $2,500 along with this, or you can send in, the forms in, and then you'll get an approval letter, and you'll have 60 days to send in this amount back to 4 Great Scholars here. So we're going to check this box. We're going to wait and get the approval letter. And then lastly, on the contribution form is you would come down and you would select you have up to 3 designations for schools to redirect your tax monies to. I'm going to be a little biased here, and I'm going to say we're going to redirect to St. Teresa School in Albany, Georgia, code 365. And then you put in the amount designated, $2,500. And you have finished Form 2. You have finished completing both forms, and now you're done. All you would need to do again here is just print this off. Once you print it off, you would be completed, and you would actually send the forms back to Gray Scholars. You see the address here listed here. So those are the 2 forms that you have to fill out. It's very easy. It takes less than 5 minutes to fill these out. It's a great way to redirect your Georgia state taxes that you're already paying and have them go to somewhere where you'd like to see that tax money be redirected to. So now that you've completed the 2 forms, I just want to give you some additional kind of summary information about the Great Scholars program. So here are the topics that I want to cover, just to kind of go over again and summarize for you. how does the Grace Scholars work? What do I have to do in order to complete the forms? Where do I send them? That's the information we'll share there. And then just some additional information about the whole Grace Scholars program. Who's eligible? What is it? How much of my Georgia state taxes can I redirect? Who benefits? And can I participate even if my parish doesn't have a school? Okay, so we saw online how you actually fill out the two forms that are needed, Form 1 and Form 2. Once you fill those out, you can print those off and mail those to the Grace Scholars. It takes 5 to 10 minutes. Like I said, you saw online, you can fill them out right there on this online, or you can print them off and just handwrite in the information. And you see listed below here is the actual Grace Scholars website right here that you see that you would go to get those forms if your parish office doesn't have them. And this is the address. Excuse me. This is the address where you would send the two forms to. That's it. Very simple, very straightforward. Fill out the two forms, send it into the Grace Scholars address listed here. So if you kind of step back, what is this Grace Scholars program? Essentially, it allows you as a Georgia state taxpayer to redirect your state taxpayer funds to a parochial school of your choosing. So this is a unique opportunity that you actually get to tell the state of Georgia how you want to spend your Georgia state taxes. It's fantastic because it sends children who would not otherwise have the opportunity to attend a parochial school. Who's eligible? As I stated, Georgia taxpayers. If you pay taxes in the state of Georgia, you can take advantage of this opportunity to redirect your taxes to go toward a parochial school of your choosing. What is a Georgia taxpayer? You can see the definitions listed down here. It's an individual filing single, an individual filing married jointly, filing married separately, and then in 2014 they've actually expanded it, so if you're a member of an LLC, a shareholder of an S Corp, a partner in a partnership, a C Corp. In other words, if you're paying taxes in the state of Georgia, you're eligible to participate. So if you pay $1 in state taxes, you're eligible. How much of my state taxes, what's the limit on the maximum that I can give, a taxpayer credit that you can give? If you're an individual filing single, you can see it's $1,000. If you're filing married jointly, it's $2,500. If you're filing married separately, it's $1,250. If you're an LLC, it's up to $10,000 for each member. And if you're a C Corp, it's up to 75% of your estimated tax liability. Who does Grace Scholars benefit? Children who would not be able to attend Catholic schools are taking advantage of this. Without Grace Scholars, some of those children would not be able to attend a parochial school. So again, it's an outstanding, unique opportunity that you actually get to tell the state of Georgia how you want your taxes, where do you want them, that money spent. Those maximum values based on how you're filing, whether it's $2,500, $1,000, $10,000, you want that money going to a parochial school, and you get to dictate that and redirect those funds. It's a unique, outstanding opportunity that everybody should be taking advantage of. And this just kind of breaks down. You can get some of this information from the website, but I just put this on here so you could just kind of see the breakdown by geography as well as by the need. The key thing that jumps out to me is 1 in 4 of these scholars who benefit from this, 1 in 4 children who participate and take advantage of the scholar program come from families with an annual income of $27,000 or less. So that is the exact target audience where we need these great scholars to benefit. So lastly, the question I've heard, if my parish doesn't have a school, can I still participate and redirect my taxes? The answer is yes, 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 yes. You absolutely can. If you pay Georgia state taxes, you can redirect these to a parochial school of your choosing. You don't have to be Catholic to participate. Anybody who pays taxes in the state of Georgia can have their taxes redirected to go to a Catholic school. Gray Scholars, this is not a fundraiser request. We're not asking, to pass the hat here. You're paying Georgia state taxes already. Why not tell the state where you want your taxes to go? Again, the unique opportunity. If you don't have a parish, we certainly would welcome you redirecting those funds toward our school here in Albany, Georgia at St. Teresa's School. We would greatly appreciate that. It's a simple process, like I talked about. You fill out the 2 forms, you print those off, you mail them in. You either mail a check with those forms, or you wait for your approval letter. And once you get the approval letter, you have 60 days to send whatever that amount was that you submitted. So that's kind of the Great Scholars Program. You've heard Deacon Jay give you kind of an overview of very detailed information. I've walked you through how to actually fill out the forms and just giving you some additional information about the Great Scholars Program. It's a great opportunity. It's a way to help children in the state of Georgia attend parochial schools that they would not be able to otherwise without this scholar program. So I thank you for your time. I hope you can fill this out, go back and relook at this. If you have any questions, there's some additional information. You can certainly go to the Great Scholars website. But again, if you don't have a parish school, we would certainly welcome your support. When you fill out Form 2, just select St. Teresa's School in Albany, Georgia, and select code 365. Thank you very much for your time. God bless. Thank you.